Hi, it's McKay here, and this is day one of my 40-day quest to write my book. And my book is about archetypes, and the working title's Discover Passion and Purpose with Archetypes. Now, if you tuned in yesterday, you would have realized that I was meant to start my book yesterday, but I didn't. And in the hero's journey, we call the desire to start the book the call to adventure. And what happened yesterday was a refusal of the call. Now, the reason why I didn't write my book yesterday is because I wanted to start on the 1st of August, so that it was just like really clear, the first of the month, a new beginning. So that was my reason for the call. But I also realized that I had some fears, and you'll see in that video that I did some techniques to help me, some archetypal techniques to help me overcome those fears. And it worked, because this morning I woke up, I was very, very motivated. Now, of course, it helps that I've done a lot of deeper emotional clearing, but even when you've done that deeper emotional work and coaching, it's good to have little techniques that help you along the way on a day-to-day level. And that's what we did yesterday. It's a technique that we use around the archetype of the knight. So today, I'm up to the part of the hero's journey, which is magical aid. So this is, what kind of magical aid can help me in order to cross my threshold. Now, magical aid can also be a mentor. It can be something obviously magical, and in our everyday life, that could be a piece of technology, and various other things. So, it looks like I need to turn off my mail, so I'll just quit my mail there so that we're not getting interrupted. So what I've got as a piece of magical aid is this program, and the program's called Free Mind. And I learned about this program at Dale Beaumont's Business Blueprint. It's a mind mapping program, and it really, really helps you to really get your head in order. So this is the mind map of my book, and at the moment, like I said, the working title is Discover Passion and Purpose. And in a moment, I'd like your help with the title as well, because I've got a bunch of titles there. But I just want to show you how this works. That's the big picture of it, and I'll just zoom in a little bit now. So there's the working title of the book. And then what I did was I picked a book that I thought was kind of similar to what I want to write, and I just looked at how many pages it was. So 240 pages, and obviously that means that I've got to write about 6 pages a day, but they're small pages, so it's about 2,000 words a day. And one of the other pieces of magical aid or mentoring I got was my mum last night, because I was like, oh wow, 2,000 words a day, it's a lot. And my mum's always been one of those people who says, do what you love and the money will come. And that's been kind of my mantra all my life. And it's really worked for me in my business. I've always done what I love at the time, and found ways to make money from what I love. And, she was like, well, the thing is, when you get in flow, I'm sure that those 2,000 words will just flow out of you. So that was a nice little piece of magical aid there. And then I'm part of this program called Business Blueprint, as I said before, with Dale Beaumont. And when Dale was 17, I taught him accelerated learning. And then when he was 19, I taught him NLP, which is a personal development technique. Now, he's doing a whole business blueprint, which allows businesses to understand what the new rules of business are. And so I've been going and learning from him, and he's now become my mentor for looking at things. And I recently got, as part of my VIP program package, I got a whole thing about secrets to getting your book published. And in that, Dale was talking about different forms of titles. And that's what I want to talk with you about today, because I'd love your input into what the title of my book could be. So Dale said that there's a long title. So my brainstorm of long title is Discover Passion and Purpose with Archetypes. And then there's a short title, and my one is 8 Archetypes of Identity. Which one are you? Now, there is a book by Carolyn Meese, because I did a lot of Googling, and I had a lot of these books anyway. But there is a book by Carolyn Meese which is called Archetypes, Who Are You? And then there's a book by Carol Pearson. Is that right? Yeah, that's her name. Carol Pearson. And then there's another book by, I can't remember. And they're all pretty similar. It's kind of like, you know, archetypes, which one are you, or who are you, an archetype quest, etc., etc. So I'm not sure if 8 archetypes of identity, which one are you, is a bit too close to that. But anyway, I like the title. Okay, then there's shock titles. These are titles that shock people. I'm not really a shock person. So, but anyway, I brainstormed these ones. Are you wasting your life? Will you die without purpose? Stop wasting your life and just chasing money. Discover your passion and purpose, etc., etc. So anyway, I brainstormed them anyway. Then there's story or metaphor titles. So I've got Unlock Your Soul's Code, How to Find Passion and Purpose with Archetypes. And then The Lion and the Unicorn, How to Find Passion and Purpose with Archetypes. Then The Grail Quest for Passion and Purpose, How to Discover What You're Meant to Do with Your Life. And then the next one is A Common Saying with a Twist. So mine is Once Upon a Passion. Quite like that, bit catchy, How to Discover Purpose with Archetypes. And then there's a series title. So Your Archetypal Quest, How to Find Passion and Purpose with Archetypes, How to Manifest with Archetypes, How to Grow with Archetypes, How to Transform with Archetypes. So the how-tos there are different books that I want to write in a series, because Dale says it's really cool to be thinking about a series already, and then you're not trying to push every single thing that you know into the one book. So anyway, that was there. Now I'll just show you here what I've also got, like page 2, because I just modeled the book that I think is similar. Page 2 also, you know, by Pip McKay, other books that I've written, title, copyright. And then my forward. So I'd love to have a forward by someone famous who would be happy to write a forward for me about archetypes. So I have to think about who I might like to ask. And then an introduction. So that's going to be my story of passion and purpose. And then what are archetypes? So I would love your input into, you know, what would you like to know about archetypes? You know, what do you think of this structure? And then what is an archetype? And then the hero's journey. What is the hero's journey? So chapter 2. Chapter 2, got Joseph Campbell. Then we've got the innocent adventurer. So then I'm going to have a chapter on each one of the 8 archetypes. And in that chapter, I'm going to have, well, what is one? What is an innocent adventurer? You know, and how can you recognize one? What are the strengths in light? What are the weaknesses? The shadow, a famous person like Richard Branson, a brand like Virgin. Then what are their archetypal stages of growth? So what is the innocent adventurer like as a child, a teenager, a young adult, a mature adult? I might change the order of this. That's something I just wanted to finish. Then what are they like in relationships, money, career, health, well-being? How to communicate one. So if you're not an innocent adventurer, how to communicate with an innocent adventurer. And then myth or a story. And the one I'm thinking about telling there is Icarus. So basically I'm going to follow that structure for the magician, the oracle, the creative nurturer, the ruler, the sage, the lovers and the knight, and then there'll be acknowledgements about the author. So that's where I'm up to today. And that's my magical aid and my mentor, my mum and Dale, who's been tremendous help to me and very generous with his time with me. So very grateful to him. So that's it for now. And I will speak with you tomorrow. Okay. And I'll let you know how I go actually crossing the threshold and actually doing the writing.